Okay, so I don't know that I'll publish all of these, of course, but I like to keep these videos because in trying to figure out what happened with my bee stuff, where my queens went. These videos I've been shooting were a huge help because I was able to go back to them and see that this hive I'm about to open and just take a brief look at. This was my weakest one, the one I was most scared about early on because I couldn't ever find the queen. And I just thought, maybe the queen's already dead. But these other two, I could always find the queen. It was never a problem. I waited a little too late to put honey supers on. And they got really crowded. They were really, there were a lot of bees in a little space. And that encourages swarming. Now, this is all stuff that academically I was aware of. I read about it. I knew about it, blah, blah, blah. But it just didn't really occur to me that this was something I needed to do something about immediately. So I waited too long. And I'm pretty sure, not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure that the original queens in this hive here and the one behind it, I'm pretty sure they absconded, they swarmed. And that's on me. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so there's a lot of stuff about this that I'm going to get wrong still. These guys, look at this. That's only a couple bees on the outer cover. This hive is kicking much ass. Now see, there's a lot of bees here on the top of the inner cover. Get stuck down? No. A lot of bees here. And that's because there's a lot of bees on the inside. I'm going to move that so you can see the little gathering of bees there. And a few scattered on the inside. I've been told that it's always a good idea to check on your inner cover for the queen before you set it aside, because the last thing you want to do, and this totally makes sense to me, this is something I might have done wrong, I don't know. You don't want to set that aside and there's the queen on it and she gets lost or whatever. Now I'm looking inside here. Take a look. I'm looking inside here and it's a lot of bees in there. This is the top half of the hive. I'm seeing bees all the way out to the edge, really heavily in the middle, which is what I expect to see. But I mean, even out here, there's a lot of bees. What this tells me is that probably tomorrow or Thursday at the latest, I need to put another super on this hive, which is really funny because the other two hives have got these supers on them too, and they're almost empty. And that's because the queens have left. And again, that's on me. This is the farthest out frame. This is the frame I'd expect to see the fewest bees on, and that's going to bear out. It's going to be the one with the fewest bees. Come on, baby. This is the hive that I did the other day with no gloves on. First time with no gloves. Look at that. Look at all that. They haven't drawn out a lot of comb on this yet, but they are working it. This is something they're, working on. So set this down here. It's right over the smoker. Sorry guys, that's a bad idea. Set this over here instead. Lean it against the side. That work? You guys won't fall. Please don't fall. There we go. Got a good lean there. So again, because I keep finding the queen on these upper frames, I'm going to take a quick look through here, just see if I can find her. Look at all that food, you guys. This is the second to last frame, and it's both sides drawn out. They've got nectar all in this side, and some pollen. They haven't put any food on this side yet, but they're getting there. The super's been on for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. Oh my god, this weighs a ton. This might be capped already. A lot of it is capped already. Not on this side so much. There's a little bit of capping going on. But on this side, look at that. All the top half, it's all capped off. Can you see that? I'm not even looking to see if I'm showing you this right. Good capping. Where it's capped there, that's honey. That'll be, I don't know. It may end up being a case where I have to take some honey from this hive and distribute it to the other two hives to get everybody through the winter. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping these guys can just keep their honey. I don't want to have to take their hard work from them, but chances are I'd have taken it either way because they build in these kinds of situations with this kind of stewardship, they make a lot more honey than they need, and that's fine. You know what to do with that. And as much as I would love to harvest a whole bunch of honey from these guys, honey is really not my goal here. Not Chris's goal. I don't think it's even Sean's goal. This is just something, we like having the bees around. I wish you could see this. Okay, I keep saying that. You can totally see this. Look at this. Right up close. See these bees? See the little bee faces? See them here? Those are guard bees. Those are bees that are looking at me saying, hey man, you better not have evil intent and kick your ass. Guard bees. Look at them all lined up there. Look at them. Guard bees are not quite old enough to be foragers yet. They're, I think, the second stage of bee development. They're born as nurse bees and take out care of the brood frames and take care of the brood itself and make sure that everybody's got the right food, etc. And take care of the queen. Oh my God, that's a lot of food, you guys. Good job, good work. All y'all are just kicking butt. Very proud of you girls. I say proud of you girls because there are boys here, the drones. These big old drones you see all over the place here. They don't do anything. What they're doing is they're hanging out here until they're ready. And then they'll basically leave the hive and go on a mating flight. Unlike the queen's mating flight, they won't come back. Queen will go out on a mating flight, virgin queen, go out on a mating flight, come back, mated, fertile, ready to start laying eggs. Drones go out on their mating flight, and if they're successful, they die. If they're not successful, I guess they come home. I don't know what happens to the unsuccessful drones. I should look that up. Something I should know. I don't know. No queen, lots of drones, lots of food. Also no brood in these upper cells so far, and I'm actually kind of happy about that. Right now I'm happy about that. If I get down into the lower cells, the lower frames, the brood frames, and I'm not seeing brood there, then, then I'll have a different story. But right now, these are heavy. I don't know if you can, they just got a lot of heft to them. And that's because you think about how much honey weighs. These are a pretty lightweight wood, and it's a plastic base, a little bit of beeswax on it. They draw it out with wax. And then this whole frame, to a depth of about half an inch on either side, it's about an inch total. This whole frame is just full of nectar and honey. And so you can imagine they're not heavy. Obviously, I'm lifting them and manipulating them pretty easily. But when you look at something like this, it's heavier than it looks like it ought to be, I guess. And maybe that's because I'm still new to this, but dang glove. A couple more frames here. I hadn't meant to go through this frame by frame, but since I'm here, I've already gone this far. You see the chain there? No. Oh, there's Queen. Hi, Queenie. Why are you up here, baby? You're not supposed to be up here. Here's Queen. You've seen her before. Queenie, where is she? Can you see her on there? Where'd she go? Right there in the middle, bottom-ish. There she is. Middle of your screen right now. Queenie, Queen. Going underneath other stuff. Hi, Queen. She is just doing really, really well. I don't like having her up here necessarily. At this point, I really should, having spotted the queen, I should put this back together and walk away. Because at this point, there's the danger of losing her. If I take this super off, she could go down to because these are open at the bottom. If you remove this, it's completely open at the bottom. At this point, I think I've gotten the information I needed. This is honey, 8 frames of honey already. Only one frame on the outside of each side. So I am going to very gently put this back together. Not even to go into the brood box. Queen's there. I'm happy at this point. Not a whole lot of point in continuing to harass them. Except, you know, I really should look at least a couple of brood frames and make sure that our patterns are still good. I don't know. This is anatomy of a mistake about to be made, is what this is. That seems really wide. Am I missing a frame? No, they're just not. That's almost room for a whole nother frame there. What's up with that? Why is that so wide there? Anyway, I mean, if I had queen cages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 frames. Everybody's there. It just seems like an awful lot of room there. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Check me out, smartness here. I just had a brilliant idea. And by I just had a brilliant idea, I mean I'm just about to follow some advice I've seen many times online, I've never actually done. I'm going to put this lid, smell right up in my lungs. Dang it. And I'm going to put this box inside the lid. And that way, if Queenie decides to head down, this is glued shut, she'll go down to the inside of the lid, and I won't lose her. Come on, guys. All right. Oh my God, that is really heavy. Well, somebody just got squished. Hopefully not the queen. But so, anyway, I wanted to look at a couple of brood frames. So what I'm going to do is, rather than look at every single frame here, first of all, let's get you guys to go down and smoke for everybody. Smoke for all y'all. So I'm going to take out this second frame here. Which also has a lot of honey out of the corners there, see? Honey in the corners, all capped off. What do we got here? We got new brood. We got larvae. We got, so you can never tell for sure. Is that eggs or is that just shine? There's baby larvae. There's older larvae. Nope, those have got eggs in them. Those are definitely eggs. Alrighty. So this is a very queen right colony. Their patterns are good. There should be basically like concentric circles, rings, etc. Shouldn't see a lot of scattered brood. Oh, guys. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to take any more frames out. This is queen right. I didn't see anything on the, you know, I lied. I'm going to take one more from the middle. See if I can work these out a little bit, make some room. About the middle. And this is because I want to kind of spot check for swarm cells. And this is a hive that's kind of ripe for that because it's doing so well. It's doing so well. It's not particularly crowded right now, so that's good. But come on here, guys. Look on the bottom of this frame for swarm cells. If I see them on this frame, then I'll probably end up looking at all the frames. But let's see. No, you guys are building drone cells on the bottom, and I'll allow it. I'm seeing in here larvae, different stages, and eggs. Damn, queen, you're kicking ass. Okay, I'm satisfied. I will now leave this hive alone. I know I keep saying that, you guys, and I keep finding reasons to keep bothering you. And I really mean it this time. Put you back in there. Oh, sorry, guys. There we go. Boom. And dead bees on the edges here. I'm gonna scrape those off. It's like having skeletons around, guys, right? Sorry. All right, get off the edges, y'all. I'm about to put the super back on. Oh God, it's so heavy. All right, now I squished a bee. I heard a bee squish when I set that down. If it's the queen, I swear to God, I'm gonna freak out. I don't see a squished bee here. Did they move them? Did I just imagine hearing that because I'm just so ready for it all the time? Cool, I don't see a squished bee. Oh, I don't know, you guys, they're so adorable. Okay, stop mooning over the bees. Dead bee on there too. Get off there. All right, cover on. You guys, get off the edges. Cover. You guys all go home if I just knock you off of there, right? Sorry for the bang here, guys. Ready, set. Don't piss off the bees. You guys get off of there. Okay. Boom. Now I got a lot of angry bees flying all around me. They'll get over it. But right now they're pretty pissed off. These are, I mentioned before, they're carniolan bees. Known for their really even temperament, and they really are. I mean, they get pissed like this, like right now. I don't know if you can see them flying around me. They're kind of angry. Hi, baby. I know. Pissed you off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In a minute or two, they'll calm down. They don't hold a grudge, which is nice. So means if I have to, I can run halfway across the yard. I do this every time. Get away from them, but all right. This one was also way longer than I meant for it to be. It's going to be a short video. But, anyway, I guess that's it.